people often ask me, why Jesse's Nutty Cups? How did it come about? And I usually just say, well, I kind of fell into it, which is kind of true, except when thinking about the question, what is your passion? I realized that the reason I fell into it was because it was a new way for me to express my passion. And I also realized that most of my life has been driven by my passion and whether or not it was actually being fulfilled. My passion being making just a bit of a difference, having an impact on those around me. When I was younger, I fell in love with theater and with performing, for a large part because it was my way of making a difference. When on stage, I could make people laugh, cry, escape, think about things, and I found that extremely fulfilling, and so I pursued a career in that. 9 years ago, I moved to New York City, started auditioning, and was not getting the opportunities that I was hoping for, and found myself quite unfulfilled. And it wasn't until I started making peanut butter cups that I realized that performing was not the only way to fulfill that passion. I would watch people eat my peanut butter cups, and they would go into this kind of nutty bliss where they're just, they smile and they seem to kind of forget about what else is going on in the world, and they're just happy and content in that moment. And I was like, I have made an impact on their day through this little peanut butter chocolate thing. How cool is that? And thus, Jesse's Nutty Cups was born. And here we are, 5 years later. Oh my gosh. What a journey it has been. And it hasn't always been easy, that's for sure. Actually, about a year into the business, I decided I was ready to, give up the day job and focus on it full time. And within a very short time, I found myself extremely stuck and alone. And I was stressed out and anxious, and I didn't know where to go with my questions, and I didn't know what my next steps should be. And it was not a good place to be in. And I was very ready to just throw in the towel and give up. I felt like a total failure and like I didn't know what I was doing. And luckily, I came across a class designed specifically for food entrepreneurs at Hot Bread Kitchen, an incubator kitchen in New York City. And I suddenly found myself surrounded by people who were like-minded, who were starting their own food businesses, who were facing some of the same challenges that I was. I had a place to go with my ideas and my questions to bounce things around, and I, thank goodness, found myself out of that very lonely, sad state. Some of the relationships I built in that time are still going strong today, and I can honestly say that had I not met them, Jesse's Nutty Cups would not be where it is today. And this whole experience has kind of inspired me to make time for other aspiring food entrepreneurs who have questions and are facing challenges and don't really know what their next steps should be. Because if I can alleviate some of that stress and anxiety for them and let them know that they're not alone, then who knows what incredible things might come of that, what they'll come up with. It's really exciting to me. Kind of going along with that, Jesse's Nutty Cups recently started partnering with Emma's Torch, which is a culinary training program for refugees in Brooklyn. And once a month, their class comes into our kitchen, and I get to learn about them, where they come from, what their aspirations are, and they get to learn a little bit about chocolate, about Nutty Cups, and about my entrepreneurial journey. And I feel like this is, at this stage of Jesse's Nutty Cups, I feel it's the most direct way that I can give back to the community and make a difference. As Jesse's Nutty Cups continues to grow, I will continue to look for opportunities through which we can make an impact, including staying true to keeping Jesse's Nutty Cups handmade. And that's not just because I personally think handmade tastes better, but also because I can provide jobs to those in my community. That's important to me. And while all these things might seem like they're kind of insignificant, all these little things can lead to great impact. And as we grow, we can continue to have a greater impact, which is super exciting. So whether I'm providing a nutty smile to someone who's having a rough day, or inspiring and helping future food entrepreneurs, or, providing an income, all of that is making a difference in someone's life. And that makes me extremely happy and extremely nutty. Thanks.